What's going on, guys? So another video right back at you on the road here. I'm getting ready to go pick up a donor vehicle for some parts, some interior parts and some unique parts. So we're gonna get the trailer, get the vehicle situated, get it back to the house, unload it, and then we're gonna dive into what we got. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Wrenching Out Back. In the last video, you probably saw where we removed this whole front clip. So now I have the truck up in the air, supported and secured. I'm gonna hop underneath and undo the drive shaft, the transfer case, and I'm gonna support the transmission, probably with a ratchet strap. We're gonna lower it back down, and we're gonna Control-Alt-Delete this motor. We're gonna yeet it right out the front, and that's gonna be that. So, let's get after it. See if the old Milwaukee's got what it takes. Just like that. A guy tries to keep track of his hardware. Doesn't always work out. Normally, put it back where it came from, then it probably won't be there when you need it. But you can feel better about yourself because you tried. All right, now that that's out of the way, we're gonna slide up here, and I'm gonna get this transfer case picked up, get the cross member out of the way, and take the transfer case off, pop it down out of the way, and probably use a ratchet strap to hold the transmission up. And then we can go up front and start working on getting the motor loose. Sounds like a good plan. Probably won't work. Got the cross member bolts off. Ciao. Forward. Pop it out. That'll work. Just gonna come straight in here across the pan, see what that gives us, and we Gucci. I'm probably gonna put this jack under the transmission just to be a little extra safe. You know, set a good example, or whatever they say. All right. I forget about that bracket every time because it's right in the way. So I guess it's got to come off anyway. They make things so complicated. Just getting the bolt on the top of this bracket, so then I can move the bracket out of my way to get the last bolt on top for the. All right. So now I got 2 of these left. Hope I ate my Wheaties this morning. I'll let that drain for a minute. Here she comes. Nice and gentle. Voila! Boom, boom. Running out of room. Huh. Oh, we'll just stick it back here for now.
A few moments later.
Had to fight with the transmission cooler lines pretty bad, but we got them taken care of. So now we're about to start chipping away at getting all this stuff up here loosened up and ready to yank on it. Probably going to forget a few things, but that's what the chain hoist is for. It's going to remind us. All right, well, here comes the fun part. Some of these can come off with a ratchet, and the other ones are going to be a quarter turn at a time. All right, let's get this last bolt out, and then we're going to get these headers off. And then I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. It's starting to get colder than what my little heater can keep up with. Voila. Now this side's going to be a little bit more tricky because I got to get the steering shaft out of the way. Yep. All right. Anyway, headers are off. Take the motor mount bolts out, and we'll be ready to snatch. So, see you guys soon. So now we got the truck lower back down on the ground. I'm gonna roll it back a little bit, give me some more room to get up here in front with the engine hoist, and I'm gonna start disconnecting the rest of this stuff off of this motor, hook it up, and get ready to start snatching on this thing. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how much stuff we forgot to disconnect. I think we're all right. I'm gonna have to get that oil pressure, the little sending. Oh, okay, I see what we're caught on now. I can fix that. All right. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, there goes some fuel and trans fluid. Bam. All right. So now that everything's out, I'm gonna get this situated, put over to the side so I can take it back to my pops. In the meantime though, I'm probably gonna roll this frame out, start letting it soak with some degreaser. The weather's pretty nice today, so I'll probably break out the old pressure washer and clean her on up. So let's check out the parts vehicle, and then we'll be right back on this, getting it ready for the next stage. Well, what do you think?
Are you not entertained?
Got ourselves a 1992 Oldsmobile Bravada. Thing don't look like much. She ain't too easy on the eyes, but I tell you what she does got. A running 4.3, a working transmission, and all-wheel drive. Got this thing on a smoking deal. This truck's only been running for me for probably a total of 10 minutes. I seen what I needed to see. You heard it. It runs. It pulled in here by itself. Didn't push it. We did drag this thing up on the trailer with 2 come-alongs. But I tell you what, it pulled itself in here under its own power. So, what else would you do with a perfect running vehicle? Drive it? No. You tear it apart. That's what you do. Well, that's what I'm going to do anyway. So we're going to pull the 4.3 out of this. We're going to pull the transmission out of it. We're going to pull the all-wheel drive. This thing even has some nice Bilstein shocks on it. Well, all that's going right to the green truck to get it on the road. And wouldn't you know it, this thing has a pristine interior. I mean, just mint. If you come over here, you could see it. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you about it. Why don't you come check it out? I mean, look at this. Would you just look at it?
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah.
I mean, got the leather seats, the full console. I mean, he's even got the aftermarket horn up in this thing. Yeah, we ain't gonna worry about that though. I mean, the window switches work, the locks still work. You come over here, it's even got one of them fancy things. And guess what? You just breathe on that joker. I mean, you can't even let go of the key fast enough. Pristine old dash in this thing. Even got some fancy LED headlights. I mean, it's even got the mirror switch that works. How about that? 168 on it. Kenwood custom. The dadgum dome lights still working this thing. Come on back here. I mean, it don't even look like the back seat's ever been set in. Got a whole bunch of parts back here that probably don't belong to this. Got some homemade tinted tail lights. Some trim, body trim pieces. Some nice OG halogen Sylvania. Some intake pipage, and the OG center caps. Which that doesn't help us none when you're rocking the old school 4x4s. We might hang these up or something. The guy tried. But I mean, it is just mint up in this thing. I'm going to definitely take this dash out because I want to keep that for the time being. A guy likes those digital dashes. Pretty sure the AC and everything works in here like it should as well, if I had to guess. And that's about where the good ends. Other than this thing running and driving, had a dead battery, had a never start in there. But I pulled this discount battery out of my OBS because it's got the side post. No go handle, just a side post. That's what matters. Got 10,000 feet of wire up here for these horns. Probably take that to the scrapyard and get about 2 cents. Custom. This thing has brand new almost exhaust. Now that we know it runs, it's time to just, yep. You guys have done seen me pull the front clip off of the green truck, so I'm gonna just throw you on a quick little time lapse, and we're gonna rip all this stuff right off the front. Just all right, so we got everything pulled off the front of this. It's getting late out here tonight, so I'm gonna pack it up, clean up, get everything put away. And in the morning, I'm gonna start chipping away at cleaning off the frame on the green truck and getting all that situated. And then we'll be right back on this to delicately pull everything off the best we can. So, see you guys in the morning. Good morning. So we're back out here. We're gonna start cleaning up this frame, cleaning up this firewall and everything. So I've been soaking it in some degreaser over the course of yesterday and a little bit this morning. So I'm gonna fire the pressure washer up, mix up some stuff and start spraying this truck down and get it cleaned up a little bit. Well, we got her all sprayed down and all cleaned up. The fun part's going to be figuring out how much of this we messed up after we put everything back and try to crank it up. Yeah. Or let's see how much water we pushed in the cab. There is a couple little rust spots. We're just going to pretend like they're not there. All right, so while we're waiting on the green truck to dry out, we're going to come back in here and start pulling some of these accessories and some of these doodads off of this thing very delicately. I'm going to try to remove this entire AC unit by itself so a guy doesn't accidentally gas himself out. I don't know if it can work. The Google told me no. Some forums from about 23 years ago said yes. We're going to find out together. Got the doors open in here just in case we professionally have to reclean the system. But we'll worry about that when we get there. All right, so here's where we're at. Started trying to pull this box off the firewall, and I got one stud down here that's fighting me a little bit, but might be able to get it to come on around. And then as soon as we get this pulled off, I'm going to start assessing what else we need to pull. And while we're chipping away on the firewall on the Bravada, I'm going to keep spinning the gears about what I want to do on these little rust spots. If I'm going to take everything off of this firewall, it might be the best time to address it. However, I'm going to be right back into this spot in a little bit when we decide what power plant we're going to put up here. So we can either acknowledge it and forget about it, or we can go ahead and halfway fix it. So guy's going to keep thinking about the firewall on the green truck while he keeps pulling all of these fancy doodads off of this truck. So I'm going to get that stud out, and then we're going to see where we land. All right, so now I'm just trying to take this bracket off that holds the AC compressor, and I'm going to try to take all of this and put it on the bench, all in one unit. If I was a betting man, the AC probably does not work at all, but I tried my best. So I'm gonna keep on chipping away at removing a bunch of this stuff and documenting it, so that way we know where everything is supposed to go. Don't mean we're gonna put it back right, but a fellow's gonna try to. Pretty much got everything removed out of the way, got the wiring harness laid out to the side, and take the bracket for the fuel lines loose so I can start moving those out of the way. But yeah, so next step, lift it up, start getting everything underneath. All right, so we're right back out here today. Got the truck lifted up this morning, got it supported, secured, and everything. So you know the deal. We're gonna hop right underneath of it and start snatching everything out from underneath and get this motor ready to yeet her on out of here. Yep.
One eternity later.
All right, let's start snatching on this thing. Come on. Now what in the world is going crazy? Well, that would explain it. Yep. I literally just pushed those fuel lines under the firewall. Jeez Louise. This truck has had more zip ties almost look like I put it together. All right, here we go. Yeah. Well, guys, boy, was that a fight. Started when it was light outside. It is not light outside no more. Couple of trips to town and just a knockout drag out. This thing fought every step of the way. See, the green truck had a body lift on it, so everything was able to just shoop. This does not have a body lift on it, so you lose some clearance between there and there. But we got it. Already had to start taking some of the front suspension apart earlier than planned, but she's out. Well, we got the motor out. Boy, was that a fight. I didn't know this truck had this much dirt on it. Anyways, I had to take these to town. Mama ain't gonna be happy washing these in the house. Anyway, well, we got a V6. I know, getting rid of a V8 to put a V6 in it. But let me tell you something. That truck already had half of this cut out of it. So, the only thing that worked was nothing. Now, we got a good base to start from when we get rid of this. and go to something else. Anywho's, in the meantime, we're going to look at some suspension, some swapping around, some putting this to there and that to here, and that's going to be that. So, motor sitting there, we're going to, and then start going through that. I'll probably just get a gasket set unless I see anything that needs attention. Probably just put all new gaskets all the way through the motor, even though, I mean, it's a little dirty, but doesn't look like it's been leaking too much. But we'll clean it up. Probably do new gaskets just to be safe. I'll probably put the steering linkage back in here. That way I can continue to play musical vehicles, moving these in and out. But the next step is going to be remove all the firewall stuff, take the dash out, take all the wiring harnesses out, and then move this on into the shed and start stripping the firewall, removing the dash, and fixing these rust spots on the firewall. I tell you what, this thing having a body lift made it so much easier to just snatch that motor and transmission right out of this. None of this got in the way. I mean, I put the oil pan on the front diff and drug it a couple inches, but nothing too crazy. But this not having a body lift made it fun, buddy. Fun. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Kind of breezed through this video, got a lot done over the last couple of days. Didn't show you too much of me removing all of this stuff just because it fought me every step of the way. Some of these bolts I don't think have been taken loose since they were put there. Whew. A guy was tired by the time we got done last night. I think I got in the house about midnight. I came out here and started probably about 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Between trips to town, had to get special sockets for some stuff. I mean, yesterday whooped up on me. But I wasn't going to let it stay in there. No, sirree. Anyway, it's out to the side. We're going to split this open, start checking on the motor. And in the next video, like I said, we'll start addressing firewall, dash, suspension, and playing some musical vehicles. Get the green truck back in here and start firewall, dash, getting the firewall prepped to put some patch panels in for those rust spots. And then we're going to keep on keeping on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe because we got plenty more coming on this. So until next time, see you.